Dear students, let us do some problems on specific heat capacity. Copper pieces of mass 100 grams at temperature 100 degrees centigrade are dropped into water of mass 100 grams in a calorimeter of mass 100 grams. If the resultant temperature is 40 degrees centigrade, find the initial temperature of water. We did such problem earlier. The only difference is in that the problem is same, but in that specific heat capacity of the solid was asked here. The initial temperature of water is asked, but the procedure is the same. Now, see the copper masses of the copper pieces are at temperature 100 degrees centigrade, and the water is at lower temperature. So here the copper pieces will be losing the heat. So under the head heat lost, we choose copper pieces, and under the heading heat gained, calorimeter and calorimeter will be gaining the heat, as well as water in it will be gaining the heat. Now heat lost by the copper pieces. Whether heat lost or gained, the formula is ms delta T. So this is the formula. So here first mass, what is the mass of the copper pieces? 100 grams divided by 1000. You get 0.1 kg. Now next, yes, specific heat capacity. Specific heat capacity of copper, that is given here 378 joule by kg Kelvin. Next is temperature difference. Initial temperature is 100 degrees centigrade, and resultant temperature is the final temperature. Change in temperature 100 minus 40, that is 60 degrees centigrade. Next, heat gain. Calorimeter gained how much heat? Let us see. What is you want? Its mass of the calorimeter. Calorimeter of mass 100 grams. Mass is 100 grams. It means 0.1 kg. And its specific heat. Calorimeter is made of copper. So same value. And change in temperature. Its initial temperature. See, for calorimeter and for water, the initial temperature will be same, and that you are going to find out. And final temperature is 40 degrees centigrade. So that here the change in temperature becomes, now see, initial temperature may be some 20 like that. Now final temperature 40, and the temperature difference obviously 40 minus Ti. And here mass of water. Mass of water is it given? Water of mass 100 grams. So 0.1 kg. Specific heat of water 4186. So here heat lost ms delta T 0.1 378 into 60. Heat gained. First let us write for calorimeter. M 0.1, S value 378, change in temperature 40 minus Ti, plus heat gained by water in it 0.14186 40 minus Ti. Now according to the principle of calorimetry, heat lost is equal to heat gained. So by principle of calorimetry, heat lost is equal to heat gained. Therefore 0.1 into 378 into 60, 0.1 into 378 into 40. See here, 40 minus Ti and 0.1 can be taken common. 0.1, 40 minus Ti, 378 plus 4186. So from this we can find the initial temperature. So we get the value. Calculate the masses of silver, iron and aluminium which have the same thermal capacity as a liter of water. Their specific heats are given respectively. So calculate the masses: silver, iron and aluminium. These three materials are given and they have same thermal capacity as a liter of water. So first let us find thermal capacity of a liter of water. Thermal capacity or heat capacity, it is defined as S. It is given by S. It is given by capital S and it is defined as delta Q by delta T. Now specific heat capacity is defined as capital S by M. So from this you can write capital S is equal to small s small m. When you multiply specific heat capacity by its mass, you get thermal capacity. Now for water, its specific heat capacity is 4186 and mass 1 kg. See, 1 liter water has 1 kg mass. It has 1 kg mass. So 4186. Now calculate the masses of silver, iron and aluminium which have the same thermal capacity as a liter of water. So all the three materials are having this much thermal capacity. So next let us write for silver body. So here yes, silver is equal to S into M, right? Silver. So for any body this value is equal to this value, therefore here you write 4186 or let me write here S of silver, S of iron and S of aluminum. They are having the thermal capacity values to that of water, that is 4186. This is given. Now specific heats are given and masses are asked. So S is equal to small s is equal to S by capital S is equal to capital S is equal to small s into small m. From this, m is equal to capital S by small s. So mass of silver body, its S value 4186, its specific heat capacity given here 235.2. So we get the value. Similarly, mass of iron body, its specific heat capacity same for all. For all it is given. Mass of aluminum, capital S by small f. Capital S is same for all the bodies. So now small s is different. For iron it is 130.2. For aluminum it is 924. Right. So we get the answers. A lead bullet of mass 21 grams traveling at a speed of 100 meters per second comes to rest in a wooden block. If no heat is taken away by the wood, find the rise in temperature of the wood. Specific heat of lead 0.03 calorie per gram degree centigrade. Now see here a bullet with some mass and with some speed, it is moving, and a body which is moving has kinetic energy, and that is stopped by the wood. So all the kinetic energy is converted into heat energy. So on left hand side we write expression for kinetic energy, and on right hand side we write expression for heat energy. So by equating the two expressions we can find the rise in temperature. Okay, now let me write the data. Mass 21 grams means 21 into 10 to the power of minus 3 kg. Let a speed is given 100 meter per second. If no heat is taken away by the wood, find the rise in temperature. Find the rise in temperature, that is asked. And what else is given? Specific heat of lead is given. So specific heat of lead. So this is lead bullet mass. This is mass of lead bullet, and the lead's specific heat capacity is given 0.03 calorie by gram degree centigrade. Let us convert this. See, we know that 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joules, and 1 gram is equal to 10 power minus 3 kg. So substituting these values, yes, lead is equal to 0.03 into 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joules by gram means 10 power minus 3 kg into degree centigrade. So we get. So now the data is ready. So now what we have to write? The moving bullet has kinetic energy. So kinetic energy of lead bullet, so that is converted into heat energy. That is converted into heat energy. So expression for kinetic energy is half mv square, and heat energy means delta Q, that is m s delta T. M gets cancelled. So here what is asked? Change in temperature is asked. So delta T. Kinetic energy of lead bullet is converted into heat energy. Expression for kinetic energy is half mv square, and heat energy expression is ms delta T. Now m and m gets cancelled. Now change in temperature is asked. So that is equal to v square by 2. This s comes here. So that v value 100 by 2 into s value 126. Now let us consider the underlined problem. A lead bullet of 10 grams traveling at 300 meter per second. Similar problem. Mass, speed, strikes against a block of wood and comes to rest, assuming 50% of heat is absorbed by the bullet. Find the increase in its temperature. So here specific heat capacity is given. Now kinetic energy is converted into here mass is 10 grams, that is 0.01 kg. Speed is 300 meter per second. Specific heat capacity is 150 joule per kg Kelvin. The kinetic energy of the bullet is converted into heat energy, but okay, now only half of the energy is dissipated in the form of heat. So here not total heat energy, but only 50%. Only 50%. 50% of heat is absorbed by the bullet. Therefore, first let us find kinetic energy. Half m v square, half into 0.01 into 300 square. We get. So in the previous problem, all the kinetic energy is converted into heat energy because no heat is taken away by the wood. That's why we equated the kinetic energy to the heat energy. But here in this problem, assuming 50% of heat is absorbed by the bullet, only 50%. So 50% of 450 joules. This becomes 50% means half. So 225 joules. Only 225 joules. Therefore now what is the formula for heat energy? See, heat energy is equal to 50% of kinetic energy. So that is 2 to 5 joules, and heat energy formula is ms delta T, that is equal to 2 to 5. Delta T is equal to mass of the bullet is 10 grams, that is 0.01 kg. specific heat of the lead is 150 into change in temperature is equal to 2 to 5 joules. So delta T is equal to, here we get 1.5, that is equal to 150 degrees centigrade. A steel ball of mass 0.1 kg falls from a height of 10 meters and bounces to a height of 5.4 meters from the ground. If the dissipated energy in this process is absorbed by the ball, find the rise in temperature of the ball. Specific heat of steel is 460 joule per kg Kelvin and you take G value as 10 meter per second square. So our steel ball is initially here at a height of 10 meters. So when it is at a height, the energy possessed by it is potential energy. So before freely falling, what is its potential energy? Let us see. Before falling, its energy, the energy possessed by it is potential energy. So mgh, mass 0.1 kg, G value 10, height 10 meters. So 10 joules. See, our steel ball is having this much energy here. So after freely falling, it is bouncing. So after bouncing, from ground, to what height it has risen? Only 5.4 meters. Again you are calculating potential energy. mgh, mass 0.1, G10, H value 5.4. So we get 5.4 joules. See, it started with 10 joules of energy and after bouncing, it is left with only 5.4 joules of heat energy. So how much is wasted? Energy dissipated. Energy dissipated means energy wasted. 10 minus 5.4, that is equal to 4.6 joules. This much energy is wasted. So energy is dissipated in the form of heat energy. Energy is dissipated in the form of heat energy. So heat energy is ms delta T and that is equal to 4.6 joules. Again its mass is 0.1 kg. Its specific heat is 460 joules into change in temperature is equal to 4.6. So from this, delta T is equal to 0.1 degrees centigrade. A piece of lead falls from a height of 100 meters on a fixed non-conducting slab, which brings it to rest. If the specific heat of lead is 30.6 calorie per kg degree centigrade, find the increase in temperature of the slab immediately after collision. See here, this object is dropped from some height and here it is not bouncing from the ground. Okay, now so before falling, what is its potential energy? Before falling, the energy possessed by the body is potential energy, and that is mgh. Its mass is m value not given, g value 9.8, h value 100 meters. So this is its potential energy before falling. Now after falling, it is not bouncing back, so all its potential energy is converted into after hitting the ground, it is not bounced. It means all its potential energy is converted into heat energy. Therefore, potential energy is equal to heat energy. Potential energy means mgh, heat energy means ms delta T. M and M gets cancelled. Now increase in temperature is asked. So increase in temperature is equal to GH by S. G is 9.8, H value is 100 meters. Specific heat capacity is, see, specific heat capacity value is given. The value is given. How? 30.6 calorie per kg degree centigrade. For 1 calorie, 4.2 joules kg degree centigrade. So here in place of S, we should substitute this value. So we get this much answer. A 10 kilowatt drilling machine is used to drill a bore in a small aluminium block of mass 8 kg. How much is the rise in temperature of the block in 2.5 minutes, assuming 50% of power is used up in heating the machine itself or lost to the surroundings? Now let us write the data. 10 kilowatt drilling machine, power. See, watt is unit for power, therefore power is given. Ten kilowatt means 10,000 watts. To drill a bore in small aluminium block of mass is given 8 kg. How much is the rise in temperature of the block? Rise in temperature is asked. Time is given 2.5 minutes. We have to convert this into seconds. Assuming 50% of power is used up in heating the machine itself or lost to the surroundings. So power wasted is 50% and power used 50%. So this we will be using. Now since power is given, let us write the formula for power. power is equal to work by time. Work is, see, drilling is a work, and in the process heat energy is produced. So here, so power wasted is 50%, means power used will be 100 minus 50 is equal to 50%. So 50% means 50 by 100 into what is the power? 10,000. So 5,000, this much power is utilized. Now here power is equal to work by time. So from this you can write work is equal to power into time. Power is 5,000 into time is 150 seconds. Joules. Here in the problem, specific heat capacity of aluminum is 0.91 joule by, this is not kg, this is gram. Gram is given here. Gram Kelvin. So here 0.91 joule by gram means 10 power minus 3 kg into Kelvin. So you 10 power 3 minus 3, when brought to numerator it becomes 10 power 3. So 1000 into 0.91 becomes 910 joule by kg Kelvin. So specific heat capacity is 910. So here I should write 910. This is 910 and here 910. So now we get 103 degrees centigrade answer. A 10 kilowatt drilling machine, that is power is given 10,000 watts, is used for 5 minutes. Time is given 300 seconds to bore a hole in an aluminium block of mass 10 kg. Aluminium block. So aluminium block's mass is 10 kg. 40% of the work done is utilized to raise the temperature of the block. So 40% of work is used to raise temperature. And specific heat capacity of aluminum is 0.9 joule by gram Kelvin. 0.9 joule by gram means 10 power minus 3 kg Kelvin. So we get 900 joule by kg Kelvin. Now power and time given. Actually power is equal to work by time. So from this, work is equal to power into time. Power is 10,000 watts. Time is 300 seconds. So we get joules. This is work. So all the work is not used. Only 40% of the work is utilized. So 40% of the work, that is 40 by 100 into 3 into 10 power 6. We get 12 into 10 power 7 minus 2, 12 into 10 power 5. So this much is used to make a bore. So now energy utilized to raise the temperature of aluminum block is 12 into 10 power 5 joules. Now, so this is supplied to the aluminum block. So heat gained by so here we write delta Q is equal to 12 into 10 to the power of 5, but delta Q is ms delta T. Mass is how much? 10 kg. Specific heat capacity 900. So in an experiment on the specific heat of a metal, 0.20 kg block of the metal at 150 degrees centigrade is dropped in a copper calorimeter of water equivalent 0.025 kg containing 150 cm cube of water at 27 degrees centigrade. The final temperature is 40 degrees centigrade. Compute the specific heat of the metal. So this is the question. See, this is an experiment to find specific heat capacity of a given metal block. So what we are doing, first we are heating the metal block to 150 degrees centigrade and its mass is 0.20 kg, and this is gradually immersed in water. See, this is the calorimeter arrangement kept in a wooden box. Inside the wooden box you can see copper vessel. This vessel is made of copper, and inside that water is taken. This water is at 27 degrees centigrade, its initial temperature, and its volume is given 150 centimeter cube. Centimeter cube means cc. So if volume is given, we can find its mass. How? So density is equal to mass by volume. So from this, mass is equal to density into volume. Density of water is 1 gram per cm cube, and its volume is 150 cm cube. cm cube gets cancelled, so we get 150 grams. So the water mass is 150 grams. Now calorimeter mass is required, but here calorimeter mass is not given directly. You can see here dropped in a copper calorimeter of water equivalent. This vessel's mass is not given directly, but its water equivalent value is given. What does it mean? See here, once let us look at this equation. Here our metal block will lose some amount of heat energy, and the same heat energy is gained by water as well as this copper vessel. So heat lost by metal block is equal to heat gained by copper calorimeter plus heat gained by water. Now the equation, whether the heat is lost or gained, the formula is Ms delta T. So this is the equation for heat lost or gained. Now here, heat lost by metal block. So in this M is what? Mass of the metal block, that is 0.20 kg. So let us convert this into grams. So if you multiply this by 1000, you get the mass in grams. So 200 grams. So here 200 grams into its S value we have to find out, and change in temperature. Its initial temperature is 150 and final temperature is given here 40. So temperature difference is 150 minus 40. Now heat gained by copper calorimeter. Actually here in the formula, M is the mass of the copper vessel and S is the specific heat capacity of copper material. Similarly here, heat gained by water. In this formula, M stands for mass of the water taken and S stands for specific heat capacity of water. Since water is held by the copper vessel, the temperature difference will be same for both vessel and water. And what is this temperature difference? See, its initial temperature is 27, final temperature is 40. So here the temperature difference is 40 minus 27. Here also 40 minus 27. Now, so here we have to understand one thing. What is that? Okay, MW, water. Water mass just now we found out 150 grams. Into SW, specific heat capacity of water. So this is SW value is in CGS system 1 calorie per gram. SW value 1 calorie per gram. but 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joules. So let we take this value, joule per gram. So this is over. Here now change in temperature I wrote here, but here this S stands for specific heat capacity of copper, but we don't take like that. Why? Because in the problem what is given, the block is dropped in a copper calorimeter of water equivalent 0.025 kg. 0.025 kg means 25 grams, and that 25 grams is not, here we write this copper calorimeter of water equivalent, so that is the water equivalent mass. It means beside this you should not take specific heat capacity of copper. Since water equivalent mass is given, here specific heat should be of water only. So in this place we write m dash s w into delta T. So here we take SW only. SW means how much? 4.2. And the mass is here 0.0525 kg means 25 grams. Here you write 25 grams. So that is the meaning of water equivalent. When copper vessels mass is given in terms of water equivalent, then you remember here specific heat of copper is not taken, but specific heat capacity of water only taken. Okay, now grams gets cancelled, here also gets cancelled. So here 200 into S into 110, and here its value is 13. Its value is 13. 4.2 13, 4.2 13, that can be taken common. So 25 plus 150 into 4.2 into 13. Here we get 175, 4.2 into 13. So yes is equal to so by simplifying we get this much answer. Now in this a question is asked. See here around the copper vessel wooden box is there so that heat doesn't escape to the surroundings. Even though you have taken much care, suppose some of the heat is escaped to the surroundings, then what will be the S value? Then you get S value more than this or same value or less than this. So like that a question is asked here. If heat losses to the surroundings are not negligible, is your answer greater or smaller than the actual value for specific heat of the metal? So that is asked here. So now looking at this equation we can tell how. See here these are the values of heat absorbed by copper vessel and water, and this stands for heat lost by the metal block. So whatever heat is lost by the metal block, that must be absorbed by vessel and water. So if some of the heat is escaped to the surroundings, then the heat absorbed by vessel and water, here this will be less. Here the numerator will be less because some of it is escaped outside. Then the numerator will be less. If numerator in a fraction, if numerator becomes less, s value becomes less. S value becomes less. So then we get a lesser value. So here let us write, if sum of heat, if sum of heat is lost to surroundings, numerator becomes less. Therefore S value will be less. S value will be less.